What is up, guys? Welcome back to my WWE 13 Universe Mode Monday Night Raw as War episode number 2, overall episode number 3 of the Universe Mode. We've got 4 absolutely brilliant matches for you guys tonight, kicking it off as you can see with an Armageddon style 6-man Hell in a Cell for the WWF Hardcore Championship. This was actually decided by you guys in last week's viewer's choice. As you can see on the screen now, we got Farouk, who's actually the current defending Hardcore Champion. He's going to be defending that against his tag team partner Bradshaw, Goldust, Badass Billy Gunn, Mankind, and also the great, humongous Vader. So what a way to kick off the show, guys. But before we do get into this match a bit more, a couple of quick things to update you on. Firstly, a little bit of an apology that this episode has been taken, so long to come up. I have said all along that with this Universe Mode, I'm hoping to upload this eventually, hopefully every day, but until that point, possibly every other day. Although recently there has been a couple of issues which I'm not going to go into, kind of personal stuff, which has been delaying me and the videos. So guys, just keep that in mind for now. We might only be having one episode every few days at the moment, but definitely long term, things will definitely improve, and hopefully an episode possibly even every single day. Second of all, guys, I've made a decision about the Universe Mode. It's actually something I did last year on my ECW one, and some of you guys will hopefully be familiar with it. But as you already know, between pay-per-views you've got 4 episodes, or say 4 of Raw, 4 of Smackdown. But just to kind of speed things along a little bit, we're actually going to be cutting that down to 3 episodes. So obviously this is episode number 2 of Raw. So coming up, we're going to have one more episode, and then we're going to go straight into the pay-per-view, which hopefully you guys will already know is going to be Bad Blood. So Bad Blood is going to feature, I think, possibly 8 matches. So we're going to slightly edit that a little bit. I think by default you can have 6, but we're going to add a couple more. So we're going to be having 8 matches for Bad Blood, 4 from Smackdown, 4 from Raw. So obviously co-branded, going to be a pretty good show. I've already started planning it. Hopefully you guys are going to love that. And I think there is one more thing I was going to say. I'm just trying to think what it was. Oh yeah, obviously last week we had a couple of gimmick matches. This week we've got 2 gimmick matches again. Obviously we got Hell in a Cell, and then a little bit later on we've actually got a ladder match for the European Championship. But going forward, listening to your comments last week, we're definitely going to be cutting back on the gimmick matches, and we're going to be saving, all the gimmick style matches for pay-per-view moving forward. I'm not saying we won't have any gimmick matches at all, but they're definitely going to be limited. I mean, you've got the Hardcore Championship, so I don't really class that as a gimmick generally. So we have a Hardcore match every week probably, as obviously they did more or less than they actually do it every week, or at least some kind. And also, guys, before I forget, I did mention episode number 1, but the Hardcore Championship is actually from this week going to be defended on the 24/7 rule. So that's going to hopefully give us some really entertaining moments and just some pretty cool stuff that we're going to be seeing going forward. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say in regards to updates and stuff like that. So we're going to go into the match now. It's been pretty decent so far. We've got 3 men in the ring, including the defending champion Farouk. We've got 3 men on top of the cell: Badass Billy Gunn, Goldust, and Farouk's tag team partner Bradshaw. What an awesome way to kick off this show. Like I said, 4 really cool matches for you guys tonight, including a huge 6-man tag team match main event. It's going to be the Corporation taking on the WWF Champion, The Undertaker, and also 2 tag team partners of your guys choosing from last week's viewer's choice. Farouk now climbing the Hell in a Cell. Oh, but to the right, Bradshaw and Badass Billy Gunn temporarily teaming up with a double gutbuster onto Goldust, sporting some slightly different ring attire, looking pretty good. So far we've not seen Bradshaw and Farouk, just like last week. Remember, guys, they were involved in that Fatal 4-Way last week, but so far there's been no interaction as far as Bradshaw and Farouk go. Oh, but Bradshaw just going through the ring, didn't quite hurt himself, but did give Goldust a pretty nice powerbomb. Farouk though picking Goldust back up, who's not looking too good at all. In fact, he could be dead. But Farouk, holy crap, Dominator through the cell to the mat. And surely, guys, this has got to be match over. 1, 2, 3. The other 4 guys can only look on in disbelief about what they just saw. And Farouk, somehow, someway, has retained his WWF Hardcore Championship. And Farouk, as Hardcore Champion, lives on to fight another day. What a great match to open Raw. And we've got 3 more awesome matches for you guys tonight. Paul Goldie in the ring. Took a powerbomb by Bradshaw. Followed up by Dominator through the cell by Farouk. I think Goldust could be out of action. A little bit of time to come. Moving to the back now, we've got a huge arrival. This was just a little bit ago. Here he comes, Vince McMahon, of course the GM of Raw, or the owner of Raw, depending which way you want to look at it, along with the rest of the corporation. As you can see now, followed up, Big Boss Man, Ken Shamrock, the newest member of the corporation, that's Test, and last but not least, the number 1 contender for the WWF title, the great one, The Rock. Like I said, guys, huge main event. Coming up next, though, Jeff Hardy actually making his debut on this Universe mode, taking on Edge. Remember, guys, we did see Edge and Christian unsuccessfully have a tag team title match last week to crown the debut tag team champions. Of course, as we know now, the debut tag team champions are the New Age Outlaws, and I'm sure Badass Billy Gunn and Road Dogg are going to be featured a lot going forward. Obviously, moments ago we just saw Badass Billy Gunn in that Hardcore Championship match, so no Road Dogg this week, but possibly, guys, if you want to see him, Road Dogg will be back on the show in just a few days. Like I said, this is the debut of Jeff Hardy on the Universe mode. Of course, we've got his brother Matt as well. Really good creative wrestler. Big shout out to Dre on the Xbox 360 Community Creations. He's the creator of the Matt and Jeff Hardy creative wrestlers. Excellent work. So big props for that. Oh, outside of the ring though, Edge with a pullback neckbreaker. Jeff Hardy, I thought he was in trouble, but quickly recovering, grabbing Edge's feet and pulling Edge back down to the mat. Jeff Hardy with a headlock, jawbreaker. Jeff Hardy onto the ring apron. What are we going to go for? Possibly a moonsault, maybe. Edge finally getting to his feet, diving springboard crossbody, but Edge well prepared, just about gets out of the way. So Edge now looking like he's in control, Irish whipping Hardy back into the ring, followed up by a nice elbow onto the forehead of Hardy. And now, oh, Hardy though fighting back just like that, sending Edge once again to the outside, off the top rope onto the outside. Huge hurricanrana. What a move by Jeff Hardy. No doubt, guys, these two tag teams, obviously Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys, are hopefully going to be having some amazing matches on this Universe mode, as we've seen in real life. Of course, back in 1999 we saw the No Mercy ladder match, the first tag team ladder match, I believe, that sort of, you know, made way for all those styles of matches that we saw throughout the years. We've seen obviously TLC, like I said, ladder matches, table matches, pretty much some of the best tag team wrestling from a hardcore standpoint that we've ever seen. Edge now setting Jeff Hardy up for the spear. Is he going to hit it? No, goes for a punch, another punch, goes for a kick. Jeff Hardy they're not taking it. Enziguri kick to the back of Edge's head, picking Edge back up. Off the ropes, springboard crossbody once again by Jeff Hardy. Edge though definitely knows what he's doing. What a move by Edge. Now a strong Irish whip into the ropes. Classic Edge move right there, guys. An absolute legend as far as WWF goes. And Edge back in control. Oh, what a counter by Jeff Hardy. One of the best counters we've seen all night long. Irish whip turn into Whisper in the Wind. Wake up taunt time. Jeff could be going for the Twist of Fate possibly. Here we go, Twist of Fate time. But no, Edge with the counter, throwing Hardy away. Spear. What a series of moves by these guys, and this match could be over. 1, 2, 3. It was looking like a pretty good debut by Jeff Hardy. Looked pretty good in the match, but Edge has found a way, reversing that Twist of Fate into the spear, getting the 1, 2, 3. now I'm here, we're going to go to the back, and Bret the Hitman Hart wants to have a few words with the WWE Universe. Some very strong words by Bret the Hitman Hart. So you heard it, guys, the Hart Foundation are on Raw. The Hart Foundation want respect, and they're going to beat that respect out of everyone until they get it. That brings me to the first viewer's choice of the week. We're actually going to have 3 viewer's choices this week, guys. So the final 2 are going to come at the end of the show. So the first viewer's choice, I want you guys to pick any tag team to face the Hart Foundation next week on Monday Night Raw as War. Remember, as always, try and keep it guys from a similar era, basically any guys from Raw. We will be doing cross-brand matches between Raw and Smackdown moving forward, but just for now, in the early stages, we are going to try and keep it, you know, brand separated, just short term. So then finally, when we do some cross-brand stuff, it's going to be that much better. The third match for the night has already begun. As you can see, a ladder match, kind of a rematch from last week, but obviously taking Rikishi out of the mix. Last week we saw these 3 guys, that's Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho and Rikishi, go at it for the vacant European Championship. Chris Jericho ended up winning that match, and for me that was definitely the match of the night, and you guys seemed to enjoy it as well. So Jericho, the European Champion, but he was actually challenged by Eddie Guerrero, like I said, to kind of a rematch. Another ladder match, again for the European Championship on tonight's Monday Night Raw as War. And what a match. This is going to be 2 technical masters of the ring. Oh, springboard move by Jericho, hitting Eddie straight off that ladder. What a move and what a match already this has been. Hopefully, or maybe possibly, again, this is going to be the show stealer and match of the night. Let me know, guys, what you think of this match, as well as every single match, down in the comment section below. And if you don't mind, leave the video a like. Carry on with this match now. Chris Jericho going for the dropkick. Eddie Guerrero not wanting any of that, picking Jericho back into his feet, into a headlock. Snapping Chris Jericho's head back down to the mat of a wicked neck breaker. Eddie Guerrero getting with that ladder, knocking Jericho down to the mat once more, setting that ladder up, and I think he's going to once again be climbing for that European Championship. But Jericho back to his feet, now climbing the ladder also, me and Eddie at the top. A couple of punches being exchanged, mostly by Jericho, but Eddie with the eye rake, classic Eddie Guerrero. Oh, but Jericho reverses it, holy crap, into the powerbomb, off the ladder. What a move by Jericho, now kicking the crap out of Eddie Guerrero. Chris Jericho definitely letting Latino Heat know who the boss is. Even more so now, torn it out. Chris Jericho now turning his back on Eddie, not quite sure that was a very wise move. Eddie Guerrero, springboard, taking that ladder out. Jericho hanging, oh, middle of nowhere. Eddie Guerrero though, into the powerbomb, off that hanging belt, wake up taunt. Are we going to see a brainbuster possibly by the great Eddie Guerrero? Nope, Jericho reverses that into a neck breaker. Walls of Jericho time, or Lion Tamer time, depending what you guys want to call the move. But we're going to call it the Walls of Jericho. It's got it locked in. Is Eddie Guerrero going to tap? If he does tap, it doesn't really matter, as a lot of you guys will already know the only way to win a ladder match is to climb that ladder and simply take down that belt. But Eddie has found his way out of it. Again, setting that ladder up, centre of the ring. Oh, but monkey flip onto Jericho, into that ladder. Great move there, made famous by the likes of Eddie Guerrero, of course, and also Rob Van Dam. Let me know, guys, if you want to see RVD feature on the Universe mode going forward, possibly in the Hardcore Championship division. I think RVD would definitely make a great fit as far as Hardcore goes. For the third or fourth time again, Eddie Guerrero setting that ladder up. He's determined to get down that European Championship and become the next European Champion. But Jericho, again, another counter. This time it's Jericho's turn. Big powerbomb off the ladder for Eddie Guerrero, climbing out to get his European Championship. But again, Eddie Guerrero just not staying down either. Hits Jericho. Jericho kind of stunned on the ladder. What's Eddie going to go for? Holy crap, superplex off the ladder. I thought he was going to get him to the outside of the ring. Wasn't quite to be, but still, what a move by Eddie Guerrero with a huge superplex. Looks like he's going to be going for a gory bomb, made famous by all the Guerreros. Gory bomb into that ladder. Eddie Guerrero feeling froggy. Top rope. Fans going absolutely wild for this match. What a match this has been. Remember, for the European Championship, what a ladder match we are watching, guys. Again, possibly match of the night. Definitely a show stealer in my opinion. Jericho fighting back, ladder shot to Eddie Guerrero's face. Now again that ladder, lodging it, top right turnbuckle. And now work on the arm of Eddie Guerrero. Jericho definitely trying to find his way to control the match. So far, as you can hear in the background, these fans absolutely loving it. Not quite sure, guys, which guy is the face, which guy is the heel. Again, maybe that's something you guys can share your opinion on. Do you want to see Eddie Guerrero as a heel? Do you want to see Guerrero as a face? And the same for Jericho. From what I can tell so far, the reception is pretty mixed. I think both guys have got a bit of love and hate. Oh, what a move! Eddie Guerrero with counter into that DDT onto the ladder. Here it comes. Brainbuster time by Eddie Guerrero. Somehow cutting Jericho open. Not quite sure how, but still gotta love the WWE 13 guys. Eddie Guerrero now throwing Jericho onto the apron, onto the outside of the ring. Jericho not looking good, but Y2J with a dirty low blow onto Eddie. That's definitely one move that's not going to feel good tomorrow. And now throwing Eddie. We've seen this before. Let's see it again. Taking Eddie Guerrero through that barricade into the crowd. And guys, I think this could be it for Eddie Guerrero. It looks like Jericho now has got a great chance to get the win, but nope, he's not finished. Going for the walls of Jericho, but Eddie Guerrero trying to fight back for the second time, fighting out of it. Oh, Hurricanrana. Jericho's back has got to be writhing in pain. Surely not again. Yeah, we're going to get it. Second time in the match, brainbuster, but this time onto the concrete. What a move by Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. And possibly, guys, we're about to see Eddie Guerrero become the new WWF European Champion. Chris Jericho not moving, Eddie Guerrero top of the ladder. Eddie reaching for the belt, but Jericho just about getting to his feet and running back into the ring. Jericho now with speed climbing that ladder, me and Eddie Guerrero at the top. Straight away punching Guerrero. Oh, holy crap. Pushing Guerrero off that ladder, back first onto that steel ladder, possibly snapping it. And just like that, guys, Jericho fighting back, some way retaining his WWF European Championship. I'm sure this isn't it as far as Guerrero goes in the European title hunt. Let me know, guys, do you want to see Eddie Guerrero get one more shot across Jericho? Oh, Jericho showing good sportsmanship, checking on Guerrero. Oh, but classic Eddie Guerrero. Faking an injury, low blow to Jericho. I asked you guys if you want to see Eddie a face or a heel. I think this kind of decides it for us. Eddie Guerrero is going to be a heel, beating the crap out of Jericho with that steel chair. And that brings us now to the main event. As you can see, this was viewers' choice from last week. You guys decided the Dead Man's partners, and you've picked Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Undertaker's brother Kane. I got to say, guys, you were awesome last week in terms of likes and comments. I think we've had over 300 likes now, which is pretty awesome for a channel of my size, so a huge thank you to you guys. It's been a pretty awesome couple of weeks. You got me to 5,000 subscribers, which is pretty unbelievable for me considering I actually only started commentating at the start of this year. So a huge thanks to you guys for that. The viewers' choice was actually pretty tight. Kane was kind of an obvious choice, and a lot of you guys kind of went with that. And nearly everyone picked Kane. The second tag team partner wasn't quite as clear cut, but it was a very, very tight call between Stone Cold and Mankind. In the end though, I did count up the votes, and Stone Cold did just about get the heads up. So of course, as we can see, Stone Cold Steve Austin got the nod and is Undertaker's second tag team partner in this huge 6-man tag team main event. Of course, The Rock, Ken Shamrock and Big Boss Man representing the corporation. Other members of that group include Mr. McMahon, the owner and GM of Raw, and also, as we saw earlier on in the night, Test. Maybe guys, next week we'll see Test in some action, get Test, you know, debuted properly in a match, but for now it's just 3-on-3. I think we all know the history between the Deadman and Kane, even the history with Stone Cold. I mean, Stone Cold and Deadman have had some, you know, excellent feuds over the years, as has The Rock and obviously Kane, like I said before. But for now, Stone Cold and Kane are aligned with the Deadman, at least for this one match. Kane tagging to the ring, but the big boss man, who's actually been on fire so far in this match, not taking it, taking Kane straight down to the mat, picking Kane back up, but Kane with the Irish whip. But the boss man, once again, like I said guys, the big boss man on fire, belly to belly on the 7-footer, what a move. And now spinning Kane around again, Irish whip into his tag team partner's corner, possibly a double team move coming up. No, The Rock tagged in though, Irish whip into Kane into the ropes. The Rock going for some kind of corner move, but Kane reversing that, putting Rock on the top rope. What are we going to see here guys? It looks like, yep, top rope chokeslam into the centre of the ring. What a move by Kane. Is he going to go for the pin? No, Kane ignoring the pin, getting a tag to his brother the Undertaker. Don't forget guys, the Deadman is our current WWF champion, and he's going to be defending that championship against The Rock at Bad Blood coming up in just a week or two. Like I said, if you missed it at the top of the show, the standard way on Universe mode is to have 4 episodes, say 4 Raw, 4 Smackdown, then the pay-per-view. But just to kind of speed things along a little bit, we're actually going to be cutting that down to 3. So let me know guys if you think 3 is a good number, or unless you really want to see 4. If you want to see 4, then maybe we can go back to that. But definitely for now, in the immediate future, we're going to be having 3. So obviously this is the 2nd episode of Raw. That means we've got 1 more episode of Raw coming up, and then it's going to go straight into the Bad Blood pay-per-view. And hopefully, like I said, it's shaping up to be a pretty sweet one at that. We've got 3 viewers' choices this week. The first one, remember guys, is a tag team to face the Hart Foundation next week on Monday Night Raw as War. And the second 2 viewers' choices will be announced just after this match. Oh, Ken Shamrock with a German suplex to the current WWF champion. The Deadman though trying to fight back, but Ken Shamrock sending the Deadman to the... Yep, to the outside of the ring they go. This match looks like it could be breaking down. Kane now sending Shamrock into the apron, but his brother the Undertaker taking over, bouncing Ken Shamrock's face off the announcer table. And as I'm saying that guys, the Undertaker is clearing that announce table, again throwing Shamrock into it. I think we could be seeing it. Yep, chokeslam coming up. Holy crap guys, chokeslam onto Ken Shamrock through that announce table. This match has completely gone tits up. The big boss man spearing Kane into the crowd. That looks like Kane and the boss man are possibly taken out of this match. And what's this? Going up the ramp, we've got Ken Shamrock and Stone Cold Steve Austin fighting up the ramp. I guess that's going to be leaving the Undertaker and The Rock on the other side of the ring. Hopefully we can get a cameraman over there any second now to fill us in on the action. But as we're seeing, Ken Shamrock and Stone Cold Steve Austin top of the stage. Oh, Stone Cold taking Shamrock down into that area. It looks like Stone Cold's hurt himself as well. So the other 4 guys looks like they've been taken out of the action. So this 6-man tag team match, at least for now, it seems to be turning into a one-on-one between the WWF champion and the number 1 contender, The Rock. What a main event this has been guys, as chosen by you. The Undertaker now throwing Rock into that turnbuckle. A shoulder thrust, going for a second, but Rocky countering, knee to the face of a Deadman. A clothesline, 1 not enough, 2 clotheslines, finally getting the Deadman down to the mat. Rock now the wake up taunt. Turn around Taker, rock bottom time. Is he going to heal it? Rock bottom. Deadman though fighting back with the elbows. Tombstone time. Undertaker going for his tombstone, but The Rock somehow getting out of that, turning that tombstone into a backbreaker now. Rock with the steel chair. Oh, a shot to the gut. DDT on the steel chair. The WWF champion could be in trouble guys. Once again, The Rock wake up taunt. We could be seeing another rock bottom. Rock bottom onto that chair. And this match has got to be over. 1, 2, 3. What a huge win for The Rock and the corporation. Getting the 1, 2, 3 on the WWF champion. That's definitely going to be giving Rock a lot of steam going into Bad Blood. And as we can see, guys, The Rock wasn't finished there. Still chair shots to the Undertaker and Kane. And that brings us an end to tonight's show. We're going to end this show on the 3 viewers' choices for next week. Don't forget, guys, the first viewer's choice was already announced earlier on in the show. We need a tag team to face Bret Hart and Owen Hart, aka the Hart Foundation, on next week's Monday Night Raw as War. And now the second and third viewer's choice. Basically, we want to take forward the Rock and the Undertaker feud leading into Bad Blood and try and take it up by a notch or two. So next week we're going to have Pick Your Poison, which I'm sure some of you guys would already know from WWE TV. So basically, The Rock is going to be facing an opponent chosen by The Undertaker, and The Undertaker is going to be facing an opponent chosen by The Rock. Obviously, when I say chosen by The Rock and Taker, I actually mean chosen by you guys. I want you guys to try and think of opponents that will be realistic, that The Rock would choose for The Undertaker, and The Undertaker would also choose for The Rock. Basically, the choice is completely up to you, but like I said, try and keep it realistic, to try and keep the storyline, going along on the right track, and also keep it Attitude Era guys only, and keep it to guys that we already know on the show. So don't forget, guys, we want a tag team for the Hearts next week. We want an opponent for the WWF Champion, The Undertaker, and also an opponent for the number 1 contender for that title, The Rock. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Raw vs War. If you missed last week's Smackdown, then I definitely recommend you go back and take a look at that. I'll actually put a link to that down in the description below. So if you missed that show, then go back and take a look. It was an absolutely awesome show, had some great feedback by you guys, and actually featured the reincarnation of one of the biggest and baddest groups in wrestling history, the NWO, back in black and back on Smackdown. If you enjoyed this episode of Universe Mode, then please feel free to hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot. And like I said, let me know down below in the comment section the viewers' choices and also any comments or anything you want to let me know concerning Universe Mode. This has been 101. As always, thanks for watching.